will clear quarantine today, according to Laker coach Frank Vogel. The team is unsure when he'll be able to suit up for the playoffs. He had left Orlando to undergo surgery on his fractured right thumb. He re-entered the bubble late last week, so again, he's working his way back. Elsewhere, Chase Elliott won the Cup Series' first road course race at Daytona International Speedway yesterday, holding off a hard-charging Denny Hamlin following a late restart, notched his third consecutive road course victory, his second race win of the year. And big news this morning, the Washington football team has hired a new team president. It's a history-making hire, Jason Wright. He was a running back in the league for 7 years. He is now the first black president of an NFL team, replacing Bruce Allen.
It's personal, an opportunity to bring together my two worlds in a really unique way at a really unique time. And the fact that I happen to be black and the most qualified person for this is a boost. It's a culture transformation first, to make sure that we have an organization that people want to be a part of, and that itself will start to expand the value of the franchise and make the good things happen.
In case you're wondering who he is, the credentials are significant. Retired from the NFL after the 2010 season, went to business school at the University of Chicago, became a partner at the global strategy firm McKinsey & Company, and he's only 38. He's the fourth former player to ascend to the role of team president in the NFL. He'll be responsible for leading the organization's business divisions, including operations, finance, sales, and marketing. All right, big day for me. I'm coming on the radio, back and better than ever. 2.5 hours. I will be live coast to coast on ESPN Radio starting at noon. And then right after me will be my buddy Max Kellerman with his show from 2 to 4 Eastern time. And then right after that, so again, it's me and then Max in the afternoon. You're going to get Shanae and Golick Jr. They have tremendous energy and a lot of fun. It's part of the new weekday lineup on ESPN Radio. We hope that you will enjoy. Okay, so putting on the pads. We got NFL training camps, teams practicing in pads for the first time. And earlier this morning, we showed you these pictures. Still a little tough to get used to. Tom Brady practicing in a Tampa Bay Buccaneer uniform 27 days away from his debut. Meanwhile, familiar uniform, but unfamiliar people are the New England Patriots. Later today, we will see that man, Cam Newton, on the field in his first padded practice as a Patriot. He and Jarrett Stidham listed as co-starters on the Patriots official depth chart. Here's Bill Belichick with his thoughts.
Well, all the quarterbacks have been good, Key. Cam's been, a late addition, but, he's brought a lot of energy and obviously playing experience to our room. And, it's a good group. We really haven't had a lot of competitive opportunities. We really haven't had any. That'll start, I'd say probably in a couple days here. But they've all been great. And as I said, Cam, I just haven't had any experience working with Cam, but he works extremely hard. He puts a lot into it, as do Jarrett and Brian.
Oh, there's a mouthful from Bill by his standards. And here he is in the room where it happens, on the practice field, our own Mike Reiss, who covers the Patriots for us. And so it is a new era and a new beginning there. Mike, how would you describe the atmosphere as Cam will have his first snaps with the Patriots?
Greeny, you got to love it. I mean, this is where it's all going down. You'd say really the question that reverberates across the NFL. I mean, how do you replace Tom Brady after 20 years? And will it be Cam Newton that steps in to do that? And, Greeny, the first day of full padded practices, you'd normally have 15,000, 20,000 people here. It's obviously different. There's no fans here. Instead of Tom Brady on the radio this morning, it was Brian Hoyer. But really, it comes down to Cam Newton. All eyes going to be on number one. No shortage of intrigue. And Greeny, I know you're a big Jets fan. It's been a lot of fun here with Cam Newton, so I picked you up a little T-shirt for you here. We know Cam likes the hats. There he is, Cam Patriot, with the hat right there. I think I'm going to bring it to you, Greeny.
Yeah.
Send it your way.
Send me one of those in a medium. I'll enjoy that very much. But all kidding aside, I am fascinated by this. I do root for the story. And it would be a fascinating story, Belichick and Cam finding a way to make that work with the different dynamics of what we perceive, at least, to be their personalities. What are you hearing from around the team and his initial impact?
So far, so good would be the way to sum it up. You know, start with the work ethic. You heard Bill Belichick mention it to Keyshawn Johnson this morning, but also offensive coordinator Josh McDaniels pointing out Cam Newton's intelligence. This playbook is extensive. Cam Newton has joked that it's like calculus, and so far so good in terms of Cam Newton being able to get in here and learn this offense and get the team in and out of the huddle. We're going to watch closely how that works with the repetitions, Greeny, with Jarrett Stidham, Brian Hoyer also there. And then the final word, that energy. That's what everyone has talked about with Cam Newton, that he's brought a big energy to this team.
It's worth reminding fans who are sometimes so accustomed to the rhythm at which these things happen that the season is 4 weeks away. Like normally these things are happening and you're like, oh, we have it. There are no training, there's no preseason games this year. They're 4 weeks away from the start of the regular season, so this work matters. Mike Reiss, you're the best. Thank you very much. Send me one of those shirts. I don't know what I'll do with it. Wearing it is not on the list of options. But anyway, okay. We got Tim Hasselbeck, we got Mike Tannenbaum, we got Dan Graziano. Tim, here's what I want to ask you. If you were to try and envision what the offense of the Patriots will look like. Let's live in a world where Cam, it works out really well, and he is the starting quarterback week 1. What would you imagine the offense will look like?
I think it'll look similar to what Cam did in Carolina. You know, the thing that New England has done probably better than any other team or coaching staff in the league is they identify what their players do, because they were comfortable with him running the football and handing it off, not necessarily dropping back and throwing. So I think when you look at the situation here, Cam is probably a better passer than he gets credit for, but the thing that makes him special is what he is as a runner, and if his foot is healthy, I think we're going to see a lot of that.
Mike Tannenbaum, what's your expectation?
Yeah, and I give Tim a lot of credit. He's been talking about this going back to March and April when people were saying, should New England draft Jordan Love? I think they're going to be really hard to defend, and I'm so intrigued by opening day. Ironically, Brian Flores, the longtime defensive coach of the Patriots, now the head coach of the Dolphins, takes his revamped Miami Dolphin defense up to Foxborough. They have no idea what to expect, and I think we're going to see direct runs out of Cam Newton. We're going to see RPOs, and Josh McDaniels is going to expand this playbook. And given all the uncertainty of this offseason, if you're the Dolphins, you have no idea what to expect, and I'm fascinated to watch that week 1 matchup. And I give the advantage to the Patriots because the uncertainty will be hard for them to defend.
Graziano, what are you hearing?
Hearing what Mike Reiss is hearing, obviously he's right there on the front lines, but all systems